While Westgate Elementary had no students inside at the time the tornado came through, the same could not be said here at Lewis and Clark Middle School.
Cars are flying through the air, buildings have been destroyed.
Remember Officer Campbell, who was following the tornado down 72nd Street? He watched as 200-mile-per-hour winds tossed cars like tumbleweeds.
When I saw the car tumble by, I pulled up right alongside of it. It was empty. At that point, I wasn't seeing anybody anywhere.
At this point, the tornado had already been on the ground for close to 15 minutes. According to WWT6 News accounts, a woman drowned taking cover in the basement of a restaurant at 78th and Pacific. The tornado continued to follow 72nd Street. The Nebraska Furniture Mart destroyed, so too the Downtowner Hotel off Dodge. It was headed towards the Community Playhouse, United Methodist Church, and a middle school.
But then I looked over, and the Lewis and Clark used to be a glass front building. All that exploded all at once. It was like water flying out. It just boom, and all the windows went out.
What Officer Campbell didn't know was whether anyone was inside. There was.
I'm up in the portable. And
you don't feel safe in the portable. So teacher Elaine Russell headed for the main building. She worked her way towards the gym, but there's a problem.
So I'm trying to get in, and the door won't open, but I could hear some voices in there, so I started pounding on it. And finally, somebody came and opened the door.
Cheerleader tryouts had been underway, and the girls huddled in this hallway for safety.
We sat there, and the principal had a radio, and so we could hear the path that the tornado was taking. And it was heading toward some of the homes of the girls. And so they were just, you know, in tears and worrying about their families and stuff. And then it was over. And my pockets were full of shredded glass. I figured my portable was gone.
And was it?
And it was gone, yeah.
If school had been in session, the 1,000 students at Lewis and Clark would have taken refuge in the main hallway.
All the lockers on one side were pushed in about 6 inches. It looked like a truck had come up and pushed in all the lockers.
You manage, but you don't forget.
School librarian Joanne Freeman crawled under a desk in her basement across the street from the middle school. Her home was demolished.
There were girders from the school that had flown across and wrapped around my trees. So I really didn't expect to find too much safe over here, and you just wonder how something like that can happen. I was thrilled when I saw that most of the things in the library were still there.
And in that library, look at this. It's Belle Boyd's Secret Agent. It's a hardback book. This was in the library here 40 years ago when the tornado came through, and this piece of thick window stuck inside it.
Fire lines are going out. I got a brick through my windshield.
Meanwhile, Officer Campbell stayed with the tornado for another mile. 2 more people would die along the way. One thrown from her home, another hit by debris.
I get out, and I'm looking, where the heck's this thing at? And I look, and there's a tail right there. And it's getting smaller and smaller. And I got on the radio, and I says, Car 360, I said, the tornado is dissipating at Benson Park. And I watched it go off.
With so much destruction, where do you begin?
High adrenaline storm, this thing that I went through. And now I'm seeing people, how they feel, and they're going through this. And I got all these mixed emotions. I know I did a good job, but now something's still tugging on me. I got to get to Bergen Mercy Hospital.
Officer Campbell backtracked to the hospital. Along the way, he saw firefighters and police officers helping the injured, looking for those trapped. Everyone was chipping in.
What we don't realize, unless you live through something like this, is the public are actually doing fireman work. They're finding people and pulling them out. In the police, there's civilians doing civic duty, civilian police type work. Everything was working.
This whole side of the hospital we couldn't use.
At Bergen Mercy, Pam Gaines was an 18-year-old nursing assistant.
We put him right here in the hallway. There wasn't any other place to put him.
450 patients took shelter in the hall.
We covered his head with a sheet because by that time the windows were broken, There was debris flying. It was just chaos.
With part of the building gone and gas leaking, staff had to improvise as many of the 130 injured from the tornado began to arrive for treatment.
And people were coming in there with carloads of people bleeding and hurt and things like that, so I'm trying to direct them up there, and I know it's going to be chaos in there. Yeah, they were coming in from everywhere.
The drive back 40 years later reminded Officer Campbell of a story he hadn't shared before. Across the street from the hospital is Calvary Cemetery.
And there's a gate, and it was locked, a double gate. And a van pulls up, and there's people screaming in there, they're bloody. This guy went out and picked all these hurt people up, and he's trying to get them to the hospital, but he's on the inside of the cemetery, and he can't get through. And I'm looking at the gate, and it's chained.
A man asked to help. He didn't have bolt cutters, but he had his '55 Ford pickup.
So he takes his beautiful truck, he nudges up against the gate, he floors it, and he pushes it until the gate busts loose, and the people come in. And I went to thank the guy, and he was gone.
Still ahead on this WOWT 6 News special report.
Yeah, it's unbelievable what a tornado can do.
Some get creative finding shelter in the most unlikely places. When WOWT 6 News' Brian Mastre reports, Omaha remembers the 1975 tornado. Return.